Hi, I'm Jersey Joe Archino here at Yankee Stadium, where the New York City Football Club just drawed 1-1 against the Houston Dynamo. I'm joined by our resident soccer expert, Joe D. Joe D, 11 winless in a row for NYCFC. We've talked a lot about the club and the struggles that they've had. If you had to pick out right now one thing that they're struggling with the most, and clearly 11 in a row without a win shows they're struggling, is there one thing you can identify?
As you said, they certainly are struggling, and the main problem is they continue to fall behind early. Even as we saw tonight, the 16th minute, Will Bruin gave the Dynamo an early 1-0 lead. They continue to allow the opposing team to score first, and that's been a huge problem the entire year, as Coach Kreis explained in their press conference.
I think it's one of the hardest things in soccer, and to be involved with a team that continues to do that, it can be very mentally frustrating.
Now, Joe, we talk a lot about Coach Kreis, and clearly there's been a lot of frustration. You could see it on his face. Would you be worried at any point of the team not buying into the message? He talked about it a little bit. He's not worried about it, but from your perspective, would you think that the players at any point might stop believing just in the fact that their wins aren't coming?
It's definitely a difficult time for the players. You could tell in the locker room a lot of them are down, but one of the main things that I've noticed is that they're confident. They're remaining confident. They're believing each other, and they're believing the system, and they will continue to give their best effort to try to break this streak and finally get back in the win column.
You got to keep the faith and stay believing in the system and in what the coaches are telling us, because once there's 1 ounce of dissent or there's 1 ounce of negativity, then the whole thing can crumble. And I think every guy is 100% positive.
Well, Joe, you talk about getting back in that win column. Clearly, David Villa is the most important factor in getting back in that win column. Even though there's been 11 in a row without a win, what have you thought of his performances as of late?
These last 2 games, we've seen the best of David Villa since he's came to New York City FC. Unfortunately, early we've known he struggled because of injury. Now it seems that he's 100% fit, and you could tell. When he's playing this well, the team is playing well. Even though they still can't get a W, their overall performance has been better. They're attacking together as a team, and overall the movement is much more fluid.
For me, David's had several really, really strong and confident and leadership-like performances. This was one of them, but the Chicago game, when we went down 2 and were down a man, he was a beast in that one as well.
Well, Joe, I think at the end of the day, people still always make the point that they're still an expansion club. This is one of the 20, and they added 2 more in the offseason. Do people sometimes need to kind of take a step back and just kind of understand this is a new club? It takes a lot of time to build this chemistry, to get things going. Is that a big part of the reason why it's taking so long to get another W?
Absolutely. I think that has a huge role, that people are very upset that they aren't winning, they aren't performing as well as they should be. I think the expectations were high as they entered the season. They come, they play in Yankee Stadium, they bring in their first signing, David Villa. There was a lot of hype surrounding this team. I think the expectations were just very high, and people really forgot of how young they are and how much work it's going to take to be successful.
Well, clearly, New York City FC will continue to put in the work, but reporting from New York City Football Club, I'm Jersey Joe Archino, joined by Joe D. We'll be back next time, folks.